EazyBI is a powerful business intelligence tool within Atlassian ecosystem for reporting and data analysis. It integrates with Jira, Confluence, and other sources, allowing you to create interactive reports and dashboards. There are 3 main steps that explains how you translate your Jira data into meaningful EazyBI reports. And the very first one is the importing of the data. We import the data from Jira and other applications to consolidate and reorganize them to help you create reports that are more flexible and high performance. And once the data have been imported, brings us to the next step of building the report. This is the step where you ask your questions and you answer them in the form of tables and charts. So if you don't have a question, you don't need a report. It is as simple as that. And last but not least, reports gain value when you share them with others, which brings us to the last step of publishing the report. And now let's take a look at these steps in more details. So the very first step, as I mentioned, is importing of the data. And here you can see all the different apps we have integration with. We support, of course, all the Jira apps and all other applications as well. We also support external data sources, so Google Sheets, REST API, and others. And you can also combine data from Jira and other apps if needed. With EazyBI, you can analyze data using a simple drag and drop interface. So you can add, arrange, and reorganize report elements. The multidimensional pivot table provides a comprehensive view of your data. And users can change filter criteria and reports and dashboards using the dynamic filters. And you can highlight critical values when they reach defined threshold using the conditional formatting. You can choose from multiple chart types, and you can even combine them. And all EazyBI reports and dashboards are interactive, which means that you can I forgot the word. You can discover the data directly from the dashboard. Exploring the data is one of the EazyBI benefits. So you can start from any data value. You can drill into more details, drill across more other dimensions to discover your data from a different angle. And when it comes to publishing, there are multiple options that EazyBI provides. So you can publish them in Jira and Confluence using the widgets. You can share them on Wallboard. You can set up automatic email notifications, and you can publish them as an embedded iframe to share with non-Jira users. So now let's see some smart ways to create Jira reports in EazyBI. We always suggest to start from the resources that are already available, and that is learning from the samples. Or you can ask AI assistant to build the report. And the last is the classic building from the scratch with a drag and drop report builder. Now we will take a look at them separately, but the true beauty is that you don't have to choose. You can use all of them when you're trying to build the reports that answers your questions. When you import data into the first account, you're going to see these folders, each containing multiple reports that you can discover. And also you can refer to the Learn More section in our documentation, where you can discover demo accounts with different reports. Now let's take a look at it in action. So once you go to your account, Analyze tab, you can discover all these folders, open them, and see the reports. When you find a report that is interesting for you, create it versus resolved issues over time. You can adjust it, changing the filters. Let's say we want to see bugs and stories only. And once you're happy with it, you can go ahead and save it. We suggest to give meaningful names for the reports, so you and other users using the account can remember what the report is about. And you can also go to the demo account right from here, documentation page, learn more section. And you can see these are all the dashboards we have created for you. You can explore them, go through different tabs. Here, for example, you can see all the different chart types that are possible in EazyBI. Heat maps, radar charts, and others. And once you find a report that answers your question, you can go ahead, open it. And the beautiful thing is that you can export the report definition on the top right corner, copy it, and bring it to your own account. So once you brought it to your own account, by importing, and you can open it up, and now you're going to see the report with your own data from your Jira instance. It's still possible to do any adjustments that you need, let's say changing a project or priorities. And once you're ready, you can save it. The second option I wanted to show you is the AI assistant, the report builder in this specific case. And let's see how that works. Before it starts, I wanted to say that we do send user prompts and like metadata to the large language models, but we not send Jira customer Jira data to the large language model when you're using AI assistant in EazyBI. And let's see, so once you start creating a new report, you enable the AI assistant, and then you can either choose from one of the prompts or write your own one. It's gonna think a bit, and it's gonna load the report definition. You can ask to fine-tune the report from here. You can still ask AI assistant that you want to see it for bugs and stories only, and specific priorities. And the AI assistant is gonna load a new report definition. That is already filtered exactly like you asked it to. And you can also ask to add some custom calculations and visualize it in a specific way. Again, you can do it manually, but if you don't feel sure that you can do it, you can ask the AI assistant. And here you go, you have a beautiful bar chart. You can still adjust it as you would like to. And once you're happy, you can save the report. And the last one is the drag and drop report builder. That is the classic way, and you can see how you can build the report using only the built-in functionalities that you don't have to write your own calculations. So in Analyze tab, you choose the new report, you could drag and drop the dimensions, and you can choose the filter per year, choose the different hierarchy level members. Here we're looking at the results in month, for issues resolved and hours spent. And you can also add some standard calculations from here, like cumulative hours spent. You can drag and drop the columns of the report, and also change to the bar chart. what is interesting with EazyBI and what we find good is that you can place results on separate axes. So here we are placing cumulative hours spent on a different axis, so it doesn't distort the issues resolved and our spent results. And you can add some calculations like linear trends. You can add some data labels in different ways. And if you don't like to see the data where there are the months where there are no data, you can just choose to enable non-empty so that it hides it. You can add additional dimensions to the pages. So it allows you to filter again by project, by issue type, and by priorities. And any other dimensions, of course, as well. And then you can also do something with a conditional formatting, like here, just as an example, you can choose to show the months with the least issues resolved in a lighter green color. So visually you can see immediately which months were the months with the least issues resolved. Again, don't forget to save your report. And that's how we build the report without doing any manual calculations, just using the built-in functionality. However, if it still feels daunting, don't be scared, because we have just launched learning lessons. And learning lessons consist of multiple courses, and then there are more coming, that covers the basics of report building in EazyBI, and also an introduction to MDX calculations for those of you who are doing the calculations by yourselves. Each of these courses consists of multiple lessons that you can go through at your own pace. You can go through them in any order. And each lesson is built in a way that lets you to progress through the lesson based on your own knowledge of the tool. But if you ever get stuck, there are also helpful hints along the way to help you get through the lesson.